after this Saturday in Washington D.C. at Saturday night's main event, John Cena may be done with WWE in the ring, but he has officially announced that he will not be done with WWE altogether. This past Monday, excuse me, this past Monday, immediately following Monday Night Raw, he sat down with Tom Rinaldi, big shout outs to him, with an exclusive interview talking about how he wants to sign a deal with WWE to be an ambassador. And WWE has granted that wish, and now John Cena is signed to a 5-year deal with WWE. John Cena's career with WWE dates all the way back to June of 2002. At that time, he was trying to find himself, and he found his calling, to, if you will, later on in 2002 when he became the Doctor of Thugonomics. Fast forward a little bit, he goes on to win multiple championships throughout his illustrious career, including five United States titles, 4 tag team titles, 2 Royal Rumble matches. Excuse me. He has won multiple Elimination Chamber matches, including the one from this past year in Toronto, Canada, and he's also won Money in the Bank. And let's also not forget, he has also won a record-breaking and now record-setting 17 World Championships, and is now a former Intercontinental Champion. John Cena had been in the ring with some of the absolute best that the WWE had to offer, including guys like AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, excuse me, Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, Kane, The Big Show, Edge, Randy Orton, Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, and most recently, Dominic Mysterio. And this Saturday, his final match will be against a former world champion in the form of Der Ring General Gunther. Which will probably be not only will this be a big test for John Cena, but this will also be a big opportunity for Gunther as well, because while it's true that yes, he is a former Intercontinental Champion, a former 2-time World Champion, excuse me, a former King of the Ring, and a former NXT UK Champion. Yes, Gunther does have all of those accolades, but by defeating John Cena, this can put him in line to potentially main event a WrestleMania in the foreseeable future. And if you guys don't believe me, if you look back at WrestleMania 40 almost 2 years ago, it was arguably probably one of the best weekends that WWE had ever. And if you guys don't believe me that Gunther is a future WrestleMania main eventer, on night 1 of WrestleMania 40, Gunther was in the co-main event of night 1 with Sami Zayn over the Intercontinental Championship, to which he lost the title after 666 days. Where, as opposed to night 2, Io Sky and Bayley were the co-main event for night 2. That says a lot about that right there says a lot about how much WWE has invested in Gunther since he got to WWE around 2019, several years ago. With that being said, what would be next for John Cena after retirement? Well, obviously, aside from all the movies and TV shows that he's going to be doing from here on out, apparently the contract that John Cena signed is going to be an ambassador's contract, meaning that he's going to be able to show up to WWE whenever he wants and help promote the product, and maybe give a heel an attitude adjustment if need be, which I don't think that's ever going to happen, but we will see. He's even also insistent on working with NXT as a mentor, I guess, if you will, and honestly, I'm all for it. I am all for the idea of seeing John Cena as a mentor for NXT, maybe even become one of the head coaches for for all we know. The possibilities are out there for John Cena, but this is huge because because there are several former champions in WWE that have basically become ambassadors to WWE. One of them, obviously, being Titus O'Neil. His last match in WWE came about around the time that the 24/7 championship came about, which was in 2019. So that was like one of the last times that he was ever in the ring. Now he's basically become a global ambassador, traveling the world, and not only promoting the WWE product, but also promoting his own charity called the Thaddeus Bullard Foundation. I want to look that up and see what that's about. Let's see. Let's see. Foundation. Here we are. With Thaddeus Bullard Foundation. Here we are. Here we are. If it will fucking load. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, so this is on the official the official Bullard Family Foundation website, and apparently this is and apparently Titus's idea for this foundation it says here our mission: we provide families and children everywhere with moments, programs, and resources to help build character and improve outcomes in our community. Our vision: we create a sense of love and empowerment so that children and families can see the greatness in themselves. So it seems like this charity helps schools all across, not just across the United States, but pretty much all over the world. Provide these students with backpacks, with pens, pencils, notebooks, and potentially tablets for for them to do their schoolwork and shit. And from what I remember, apparently they also provide new batches of clothes for the kids to wear to school, which includes socks, shoes, t-shirts, whatnot. So that's actually kind of cool. A big shout out to Titus O'Neil. No copyright. I'm not trying to get a strike or anything. But the website name is called BulletFamilyFoundation.org. So if you guys have not done so already, you guys can go ahead and donate. Because all the proceeds will go straight to excuse me, will go straight to them, to the kids with new clothes and shit. So that's really cool. Um, but that's what Titus O'Neil has been doing over the last like 5, 6, 7 years now, which is awesome, absolutely incredible. Um, I know that WWE Hall of Famer The Undertaker has been backstage on NXT and on the main roster for the last I want to say the last couple of years now, the last 4 years I want to say, since his retirement. Excuse me, because his last match in WWE came at WrestleMania, defeating AJ Styles in a boneyard match, which was very interesting to say the very least. I will say it was interesting, but he's basically become an ambassador, being a coach for the hits reality show, WWE LFG. And John Cena that's what John Cena is looking to do. He's looking to become that kind of role model for not only for the prospects of NXT, but also the prospects of WWE Evolve with their WWE ID program. Yeah, which features talent, such as Layla Diggs, Mason Holiday. Who else? Jackson Drake, the current Evolve World Champion. Kendall Gray, the current Evolve Women's Champion, who won the Iron Survivor Challenge on Saturday. Sean Legacy. Swipe Right. Brad Baylor, and I think Brad Baylor and someone, I cannot remember the name. Oh my god. So WWE Evolve is happening. This is happening tonight at the time that I'm posting this and recording this, which is the same day actually. And I cannot think of the name. It'll probably it'll pop up. It'll pop up. Actually, I might be able to find it right now. Ricky Smokes. Took me a second. Like literally, like I typed in swipe right WWE on my phone here, and it literally said Ricky Smokes. I'm like, that's what it is. So Brad Baylor, Ricky Smokes, um, just to name a few. Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel, part of the tag team known as Adrenaline Drip. You got quite a few. You got a lot of talent that can learn a lot from John Cena, and I think it's a good. I think it's a good thing. Excuse me. I think it's a good thing that John Cena is giving back to the WWE by presenting his knowledge to the up and coming talent, and potentially show up to a future episode of WWE LFG, which I don't know if they're going to be doing a third season. There have been rumors that they've been looking to do one. Um, Okay. So we found out that WWE LFG has been renewed for 3 more seasons, including season 3. Excuse me, which they're still filming the not second season, the third season, which I don't know. I don't know exactly when we're going to get season 3. I'm assuming that we'll probably get season 3 sometime in the next like 2 months maybe. So that'll be very interesting to say the very least. But we could see John Cena. Excuse me. We could see John Cena make his way to WWE LFG, which would be very interesting. We could see him make appearances doing commentary for NXT, which would be huge for NXT. It'd be pretty cool. Maybe we could see him become the general manager of WWE Evolve. Who knows? I mean, I know that Stevie Turner was the original GM of Evolve, but she unfortunately got released. Sad, but it happens. I mean the possibilities are out there. I mean, you never know. You never know. But honestly, this Saturday is going to be very very emotional for us as fans who grew up watching John Cena every single week. It's going to be super emotional because it doesn't really matter whether John Cena wins or whether he loses. This is it. This is literally the final appearance, the final match of John Cena, and he has had 18 matches this year. This year, he has had 18 matches, counting this Saturday, and John Cena even said it best in his interview with Tom Rinaldi that he wanted to do more than 300 dates, show up practically every single Monday, every single month, Friday, and whatnot. But it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. WWE only needed him for 36 dates, which is, my opinion, kind of bullshit. But at the same time, it makes sense because obviously you guys know John Cena, is a massive massive movie star. He was working on a few things in spots like Budapest, and I think he said what was it, in Riyadh? I think he said, or something like that. So yeah, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it would have been awesome to see him show up every single Monday, every single Friday, and do nothing but just like do promos, do a match here and there on Raw and SmackDown. It would have been awesome. It would have been so fucking awesome. But you know what? Excuse me. I think honestly, can't speak. At the end of the day, the only thing that we can do is cherish the memories that we have watching John Cena do his thing over the last 23 years, right? Like some of the big matches that he's had included against guys like Bray Wyatt, God rest his soul, teaming up with two-time Hall of Famer, the Immortal Hulk Hogan, God rest his soul, facing off against guys like Triple H, The Undertaker, cutting promos with guys like Roman Reigns. And again, I mean, it's like I said, after this Saturday, that's it. Game over. No more matches for John Cena. Only time will tell of what the future will hold for the 17-time champion. But it's like I said, all we can do is enjoy his last match to the absolute fullest. and enjoy Saturday night's main event to the fullest, because it is basically a battle of NXT versus the main roster, which includes Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, facing off against the new NXT champion, Obafemi, which should be a banger. Bayley versus Sol Ruga, which should be interesting. Obviously, Zarya will be in Sol's corner. Could be interesting, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. And then of course too, you've got the tag team champions, Dragon Lee and AJ Styles against NXT's Javon Evans and the TNA X Division champion Leon Slater. And think about this, right? AJ Styles was the first ever TNA X Division champion. Leon Slater is the current. So that right there says a lot. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.